Welcome back, everybody, to Metal Gear Speedrunners, our impromptu bunch of races here today for the partner push. Now we have Metal Gear Solid on the PC with SolidTony versus Hau5test. With me on comms, we have Sparty. Sparty, how are you?
I am back. I'm doing good. Good Metal Gear 2 race. Now on to MGS1.
Indeed, indeed. It's going to be fun. I cannot remember if they actually faced off in the league or not. But
I'm not sure.
That's neither here nor there. We're going to get their countdown here momentarily. We get some double duty over here.
Who do you got? Who you got, Glenn, in this race?
I threw some down on Tony today.
On Tony? Let's go check their PBs. Metal Gear PC easy. We got their PB. Wait, this is any percent. Are they doing any percent or all bosses? All bosses. All right, here we go. Tony with a 5906 and a House with a 59 or 5858.
So but pretty close on submission.
I think Tony also has a 58, like 56 or something, I want to say, because that PB on the boards is from 3 days ago, and I believe Tony had one very recently. Let me check on that while you go ahead and talk about the game.
So the game is a very nice, quote-unquote, nice port of the original from the PlayStation, released in 2000, made by 4 people in Konami's basement. It's a fantastic port, actually really fun for speedrunning, not so great for casual play, so realistically play the PlayStation port if you are looking to play the game but you haven't played it before. And what they're going to do here is we've got some alert farming. Sparty, you know all about that, don't you?
Oh, I know it a little too well. I wish I knew it this well when I first had my first race, but now I know all about it. These guys are just farming alerts. This is all going to manipulate the rat at the end. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but right now get as many alerts as you can before the elevator comes down, so you got time to kill. It's not like you're losing any time while waiting, so just farm alerts.
Yeah, you're going to want 10 before the key card gets shot out of your hand in the cutscene, so we're going to farm quite a few here. Most people seem to go for about 6, so... But there's always something interesting with this, as I notice a lot of runners have their own way of farming alerts. It's just one of those little differences that doesn't matter, but it's interesting.
I looked up their PBs, and also Bastion let us know in the chat they're both tied with a 58-58.
So this is as close as it's going to get, ladies and gentlemen.
The Panchi, welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying the races here as the elevator is making its way down. Biz, Sirach, Steve, JMC, Volcanic, Martyr, Apache, Theory.
Big time Metal Gear fans here in the chat.
What about world record? World record is 58-19. They're not too far off. House, little sideways movement there. Trying to get into the vent, but he makes it in, and now they're going to crawl through this vent, follow the rats, or mice, the Alaskan field mice.
But don't worry, they can't hurt you. But they can hurt your run if you didn't farm enough.
Imagine not farming enough.
I don't think you need to there, bud.
Pro gamer. Never had that happen to me. Always had the perfect amount of alerts.
Well, but they're kind of in sync now, which is very nice. Very nice to see, because I think we had a little bit of DC starting, so... But we go to the IGT regardless, so don't let what's on screen fool you. But it looks really good, and there's lots of RNG. This is all bosses.
Very much in sync right here. Looks like we're watching the same stream.
Let me double check that. Nope, they're 2 different streams. Who knew?
Alright. Down here, going up the stairs, into the vents, crawl over to see the DAPA chief. Quote unquote. That's right, Blackie. All bosses. None of that any percent. We do real category here.
Hey now. I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying any percent is the default on speedrun.com.
You're saying we gotta change that.
No. Everyone likes them low numbers.
Alright, they're running up into this door. As soon as it opens, they're gonna go through, start the cell fight. That's right, cell fight. None of that guard rush. Keep that in MGS2, where it belongs.
I mean, isn't there a book that calls us the guard slaughter?
You believe everything you read in a book?
What are you waiting for?
No, but the internet has never lied to me, so...
I'm telling you, shoot!
What about boba skip percent? They'll do a boba skip here. That's done in every run now, so you're gonna do that no matter you're running any percent or big boss.
You just gotta pay attention to your health and don't die, and... should be fine.
Guard dissimilitude. What?
What the? That's a word, okay.
Akuma is fired. Time him out for
Come on, man, we're
10
degenerates.
seconds.
We don't have a vocabulary like that.
You probably have to Google that up to see how to spell it.
Got Tony with a mild lead here. And sometimes just button inputs, they make a difference, especially in fights like that. So let's, as we make our way to Basement 2 and into some C4 and the next boss, Revolver Ocelot.
See if they're gonna go with the grenade or non-grenade. What do you think? Are they going grenade or non-grenade?
I believe they both do grenades.
Ooh. They grab the grenades. Nice transition.
Oof,
oh, we got the scope.
menuing,
Oh.
please. All right, Tony going for it. Let's see what we got here.
You cook the grenade, throw it at Ocelot. Make sure you don't get too close to the little trip wires in the middle of the room.
Oh, and he got the half damage on Ocelot, and Hau5test gets it with 2.
He not only did half damage,
And
but
then
he landed in the middle. So as he stood up,
This is
he
one of those
tripped.
strats, and I know Apache has sent this at least once.
Oh, and now he's just blowing himself up into. Oh my! Everything is falling apart for Tony. All right, Tony.
I know
There's a
Apache
lot.
said this at least once. If you're learning this game, don't do this first.
There it is.
This is not the easiest thing in the world.
I think he moved a little too far to the left the first attempt, and that caused Ocelot to run away just enough to not take as much damage. Got to the second try, and we move on. Still a lot of game left, so
No,
way
yeah,
early in the run,
there's the
especially
tank.
with all
There's the tank
bosses.
here coming up. This could change it again. The tank is also not very friendly to some runners.
Why I love all bosses as a race, because there's so much room for error. And
Oh, absolutely.
It can churn so much.
As cool to show off as any percent is, all bosses makes for the better race in a more interesting category.
100%. Nade Ocelot's the hardest thing to learn on MGS1 run? I don't know. Alright, here we go. House. Holds the grenade. Nice throw. First one out of the way. Lining himself up for the second throw.
Yeah,
When I
would
see this-
probably agree with that statement.
When I see this in TTS and then I see it in MGS1, it's like night and day.
It is
This tank fight.
completely night and day. The tank is just... it's just one of those things.
Alright, good throw from Tony. Oh, he's going to go grab the grenades. See if he has time to set himself up for the second throw, and he does. Nice job.
It's easy.
Boom. Goes for the other pack of grenades. GG's. As House makes his way up the stairs. Important to note, you do not want to get an alert here because then the poisonous gas starts filling the room. So even though this is easy, this room, you must avoid alerts.
Yeah, we don't want to get locked in here with poisonous gas and just die. So,
Do not.
because that'll reset the guard patterns and no thanks.
House grabs the Nikita, goes down the elevator. That's House. He's also going down the elevator, but he's going to go pick up the Nikita. Or Tony. Tony.
What do you think? Do either one of them get bones and sinewed?
You know, I'm going to say no. No bones and sinew for either of these runners. They're on their A game. They've been practicing. Tony got a PB yesterday or 2 days ago. I trust that they're going to get no... Oh, I thought House was going to run that missile into the table.
He's good.
Okay, he got through there. Nice. Now Tony starting his missile section. Just want to maneuver the Nikita around here all the way up to the control panel. Oh, Tony getting a little frisky with the diagonal movement. I like it.
Meanwhile, House making his way into the hallway using, you know, what we call swim, glitch, volcanic shuffle, Tyler two-step, reincarnate, you know, whatever you want to call it. We can walk during cutscenes that we normally wouldn't be able to.
I like the
And
volcanic
that's going to save
shuffle.
us a few seconds throughout the run.
That's my vote, is the volcanic shuffle.
Just like that, you just walk your way into the next cutscene trigger.
How does that
Off you
even
go.
work? Explain it. Because a lot of times these cutscenes hit, right? And people just stand there watching the cutscenes and wait until you get control of Snake. So how can we move through these cutscenes while they're happening?
So it involves part of the momentum as long as you can take a step into the cutscene or Snake takes a step into the cutscene. Since we have weapon hotkeys on the PC port, we can abuse that and Snake will just keep walking.
Just alternate hotkeys, have your momentum just carry you into so.
Preferably
First
two different
phase.
grenades.
There we go. Ninja fight. Both runners doing well, nailing their combos. You do not want to get like a 2-hit combo or a 1-hit, because you want to hit that punch kick every time. Land all 3 hits. Alright, both runners doing well. The hide and seek phase starts for House, so now Ninja's gonna spawn in a few different areas of the map, so hopefully it's close to you.
Oof.
Top left corner, not
My least
good.
favorite position.
I think my least favorite is bottom right.
If you're on the bottom like he is now, if you're on the right side of the room, it's not that big of a deal if that's the first place he goes to. Ooh, nice third spot for House.
Yeah, third spot. Great spawn as Tony gets the bottom right. Let's see how far he is. Oh, he's not that far away.
Yeah,
Go grab him.
it just kind of depends on where you're at.
Yeah. Alright, second phase for Tony. Where is he? He's like top left. Yep. And, oh, not great spawns for Tony compared to House, but he gets out of the hide and seek phase as House. As soon as he gets up.
Similar RNG, swapped the first 2 positions, and the third position was the same, but unfortunately it wasn't the same amount of time based on Snake's positioning, which is rather unfortunate. And House got bones and sinew. So this is Tony's opportunity to make up the ground, if not take the lead, I believe.
I'm not sure if you saw that, but Tony, his kick landed when Ninja... Oh, and House takes a punch. Tony's, like, he punched him twice.
I think, as long as he doesn't do anything silly here.
He punched Ninja twice, and then Ninja, like, disappeared and went to, like, the bottom part of Tony, and as soon as Tony kicked, his kick landed where Ninja landed. I think that was more luck than anything, but Tony will take it, and he's out of the fight.
Alright, so Tony's going to be ahead by just a few seconds here, at least on screen. And he's going to make his way up to Psycho Mantis. I believe he's going to grab some stun grenades here in this room as well.
Yep,
It'll just make the swim glitch here, or whatever you want to freaking call it. It'll make it a little more convenient because the way we do it early is typically most runners, if they're not using a key binding on their controller, they'll alternate like 1 and 3, for example, like I do. And Snake's standing animation is different, so it'll reset Snake's animation based on which weapon he's holding, and the hotkey will change that. So if you have 2 grenades, it doesn't change, so it just...
Don't move.
He'll just keep running and it won't cost you any time. It's kind of like
Let's go.
skating later in the run, where you just equip and unequip your weapon.
Point man. Follow me. That's strange. There's no guard.
What happened to the music?
I'll keep a lookout. Make sure you're ready, okay?
See what Mantis has in store for our good friends here. Hopefully he's not too mean.
Look at how I was swapping mid-cutscene.
Clapping for Meryl over here.
Come on, Mr. Foxhound. The commander is waiting.
Let's see if they go for the throw. Tony goes for the throw, and he got it.
Yeah, there's a couple throws you can do here now. And Hau5test got the first one. And Tony got the second one. I'm a little sketchy on where she is, but I think he's...
Hau5test, I think, missed the throw, so he's just gonna run up.
Yeah, and where she's standing, she's gonna have to run back to the door.
Yeah.
That's gonna cost Hau5test a little bit of time. But
Alright, let's
should
see
be
what
fine.
Tony does. Starts out with a shot. Another one. Then he's gonna go.
Right there. Alright, Mantis, where are you going? All the way to the left.
I'm also now becoming more in favor of the first-person shooting.
Certainly more comfortable for me.
Yeah. At first I wasn't a fan of it, but then the more I ran this, the easier it got. And now I prefer the first-person shooting on Mantis. So much easier with the auto-aim, how it works.
Yeah, definitely runner's choice, of course, but...
Although I haven't got used to first-person throwing the grenade. I still need to work on that part.
Stop! Meryl!
it's not too bad. Much more forgiving on lower difficulties.
Alright, so both runners did a good job of nailing the grenade throws, transitioning Mantis to the next phase of the fight. And now Tony's just going to end this fight by standing here and just keep shooting at Mantis until his HP goes to 0. Let's see where Hau5test positions himself as Tony is done with the fight, right over the chair.
Right into the chair.
Alright, Hau5test, similar setup, grenade into the SOCOM. Nice. How's he done? It's a good Mantis fight for both
Snake,
runners.
follow me.
So this is the area with Swim, Volcanic Shuffle that will save a ton of time, since there's a pre-rendered cutscene in here where Snake will walk up to Meryl and the dogs have attacked him by this point in the caves. You know, Snake, what's wrong? I thought you were good with dogs.
Tony was having a little trouble getting that glitch, little vent glitch going up out of
Hau5test
bounds.
got it clean.
Hau5test saves a little bit of time getting that first try.
Anyway, we can skip this dialogue here.
There it is, as Tony and Hau5test Volcanic shuffle their way into the next cutscene.
Leave it to me.
You're on thin ice, Volcanic, Akuma.
I'm not sure what she's drawing, but it kind of reminds me of a sombrero.
Sombrero? Oh, I see it now. It's like a little submarine.
Kind of tilted, you know?
Yeah.
And you can't really see her footsteps on the right, so, you know, you could argue that it ends there.
Pretty good, huh?
How did you know where the mines were?
It sounds
Alright, is it Sniper Wolf one time yet?
Unfortunately, no. We have to go all the way back to the tank hangar.
Pro gamer would just soak on her from here.
This isn't Call of Duty.
Someone say Warzone?
No, pretty sure you're right. It's not Call of Duty.
Just run through straight.
Yeah, you just... If we could skip that, that would be nice, but, you know, it gives you time to stretch and hydrate. These things are important.
Still part of the run as we backtrack all the way where we fought Ocelot. We're gonna grab the old sniper rifle. Alright, both runners, not a terrible run, as Tony had his mishaps in against what's his name, Ocelot. Had to continue there, trying to go for the grenade. Trying to think where House lost time.
Bones
it was
and
Ninja,
Sinew.
Bones and Sinew, and he also got punched by Ninja once as well. So that kind of evened the playing field. Outside of those two, both runners have been fairly consistent.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a close race, and I think Wolf is gonna change that again.
Oh yeah.
I won't be surprised.
Wolf 1 and Wolf 2. I personally
I feel like
hate
she's
Wolf 2.
she's either gonna give House a nice slim lead or she's gonna bury him. I don't think there's a middle ground on that.
You know, Wolf 1 isn't so bad. This is Wolf 2 that I absolutely despise.
At least with Wolf 2, you've got the stinger.
Yeah. Alright, through the snowfield. Back down the
Oh, and he
elevator.
stepped on a
Ooh.
mine. He didn't adjust.
I like staying on the right side of the screen a little bit, what Tony did. I usually do that.
Yeah.
Alright, another tricky area here. You cannot afford to get an alert, because if you get an alert, you cannot use the elevator to go back up.
Well, you're half right.
Well, you know what I mean.
So we've got the nice stun strat here.
You can't end with an alert, I should say, in the elevator. So here we go. Tony attempts to make his escape. Punch, punch, kicks. Nice. That guard is so
Clean
annoying.
armory.
I hate that guard at the end.
Yeah, it's kind of why you want to make sure that, you know...
If that guard sees you, then the alert starts all the way back up again, and then you cannot use the elevator. So both runners are able to punch, punch, kick him before he can turn around and get an alert, and they are out of there. So both runners first try armory. GG's.
Yeah, they're hitting the tough stuff, but will they get past nuke building? I believe they'll both go for the chaff grenade strat here.
See? Yeah, Lewis, if you do the Nikita method, you might as well just give up on the run or the race. 'Cause that takes way too long.
Here goes Tony. Oh, he's going
Oh,
for the
nice.
sniper strat. Yep, and boop.
Let's see what House does. House going for the same thing, I believe. Let's see.
Yep. Neither runner went for the chaff grenade.
Oh,
no,
he gets
and
an alert.
House
He was too
didn't-
close.
He was... Well, he delayed his equipping of the
Yeah,
sniper rifle, too.
Yep, he got
That
too
wasn't very
close,
helpful to him.
and then
That's-
it took him
Oof.
half a second too long to get the sniper rifle out. Which, like we said earlier in the run, you cannot afford an alert in this room, because then the whole area fills with gas. You cannot take the elevator out, so you just have to reset the whole room. While Tony, GMEs. We haven't talked GME, Glenn. Tell us about what GME.
Oh, GME is the thing that busts PC wide open, especially in any percent. So the game gives you iframes when switching to the PSG-1. We can extend that time indefinitely by swapping to another weapon using the hotkeys. And that's incredibly breaks the game. If you're crouched, it'll let you go through load zones, which we'll call GME2 as we get to those informations. This is how Tony kind of map warp to the other side of the caves there. And he's going to just get wrecked by Sniper Wolf, apparently, but there we go, she's gone. And he's going to do that again here if you needed a replay. on this one, which is a little more convenient. Now, there's one thing you do need to be careful of when you're falling in this game. If you're crouched or prone or whatever in the air, there's a chance the game crashes. We don't want that. So Tony gets through pretty cleanly, and House is making his way into the tunnel. Ooh, and she just cracked him open like a cold one.
Ouch. Gotta get the rations on. Yep, there you go.
Just in case. You don't want to die here.
Yeah, the worst part about getting shot by Sniper Wolf is the flinch. Because your camera just sways wildly and you gotta readjust your aim. Like, oh.
She's just out for House today. Oof.
I'll have my fun with her.
Here we go.
I hope you can still look at yourself.
Slowly but surely, House took her down. It's just one of those boss fights that can get super aggressive and not need to be.
Damn, I caught a cold. That witch. She took my clothes.
While Johnny sits here and spreads the common cold. Snake, what are you doing? It isn't bedtime. More importantly, why would you want to be on a bed with all that blood on it? I'd be scared.
Then you got the maggots in the corner.
But maybe it's a Halloween decoration. It is Halloween weekend. I don't know.
Alright, so we don't have Joe running, so we're not gonna be saving Meryl.
There's nothing wrong with saving Meryl, except it loses you a minute and a half.
This is another good area for the volcanic shuffle again to save a chunk of time as you grab your items and go straight through the door instead of having to grab your items, go behind the little torture device, and then come back out, right?
Absolutely, but you do want to be careful because it does matter where you actually touch that item box. As soon as you touch that item box, your hotkeys with all your weapons are available again. However, the further you are away from the torture bed, the more time you're going to lose if you don't get it. Definitely something to keep in mind.
If you're in a race, Glenn, would you go for this shuffle here?
If I'm comfortable with it for the day, sure. This is one of those things I would be practicing. If I feel like I'm off, probably not. I would, at best, probably, swim my way behind the torture bed and save a couple seconds that way.
Oh, and
kind of meet my way in the middle.
You found this, right, Glenn? You were the one that found the shuffle?
I forget who found this specific application.
Tony nails it.
Very clean.
All right, let's see if
I don't recall who found this specific application out of this room. I know the one that I did was killing Wolf 2 and,
I remember
getting your way out of that, because the way the rules are written, you have to bring the boss health bar down to 0. It says nothing about watching the rank up animation after the fight.
Good point, because on any percent, what people will do is they'll do the same strat, but they won't even fight Wolf, because once you get to a certain point in the map, the fight's over. So in all bosses,
there's a cutscene trigger about a third of the way across the field.
Right, so in all bosses, you have to get her health to 0, then you start that animation.
Correct.
Nice. All right, let's see if House can get this shuffle going here as well, or even if he'll attempt it.
Let's see what Tony does this time here in Nuke Building, round 3, Electric Boogaloo, repeat. I don't know. He's going for the sniper strat again.
Nails it.
Clean.
The guy has weak legs.
House, he's doing the stun chaff variation instead.
Nailed it.
Whipping to the SOCOM, but it looks good.
Both runners getting through.
It's funny, they're hitting the hard stuff. It's the simple stuff that's costing either one of them time here.
Fundamentals are for the weak. You gotta go flashy. You gotta go all out.
Depends how stubborn you want to be about it.
There's Tony again, going to GME so he can go out of bounds. And MGS is kind of... Every room is kind of like a globe. You go one way, you're going to come out the opposite direction if you go a certain point. So that's what he's doing, is he's going all the way down, and then he's going to come up all the way on top of the map. He's doing the same thing here. He's going down to a certain point, and if he goes down enough, he's going to come back right on top in the north section of the map. So he does that
What
twice.
you're telling me is these rooms are round.
Yes, the Earth is not flat, according to MGS.
The internet actually lied to me.
Oh, swag! He went with a little swag strat there. Hau's trying to make up some time with the chaff throw.
Well, that's what he did on his second attempt. The other time through. So,
So
meanwhile,
I guess he's
Tony
more
is
comfortable.
skipping the rope, going for the very famous Boba skip. One of my favorite things that was
Boba
ever
skip.
discovered.
You skip all the climbing here and the rappel section. You phase right through the door and come out the other side. So let's see if he gets it, because you want to damage yourself and clip right through the wall as the animation happens. So here's Tony's attempt at it. And didn't get it first try, so he's resetting his position, trying to
We
get
got
and he
shot
gets
before
it.
the stun went off, which is really unfortunate. There he goes.
Not bad. Got it second attempt.
But, yeah, there's two different animations Snake will do when he gets damaged, and it's kind of a coin flip on which one you're going to get, which is rather unfortunate. If we had a way to manipulate it, you bet your bottom dollar we would. House going for his attempt at the Ascension, then Boba skip. Well, Tony makes his descension. Oh, come on, Snake. You can make that drop. You've made more already today. Where are you going?
Alright, here we go, House. Let's see if you can do it.
Just a house test. Getting it set up here. Look good. Boom, first
And
try.
boom.
The coin flip was in House's favor in this run. While Tony's doing all his nonsense, skips his cutscenes. He seems to prefer the pistol variation of that.
Going all the way up the stairs. About to fight the Hind.
I prefer to think of this as more of a joke.
Although the Hind can, if it gets away from you, you lose a lot of time on the Hind. On easy.
But you literally can't die to the Hind in this version.
You're right. I don't think death is the problem against Hind. It's just the time.
No, absolutely not. It comes down to your execution on this,
Yeah.
since the GME gives us infinite iframes, essentially.
Especially on the second
You
phase
can't
of
die.
Hind. Because
So,
if you miss a shot, Hind will go down under the building. And usually in higher difficulties, he goes under, but he comes right back up quickly. But on easy, if he goes under the building, he's going to stay there for quite a while. That's the biggest...
It's going to cost you a lot of time. So if Tony messes up his execution here, House could come back and possibly retake the lead.
Yep, that's the biggest danger to this fight, is if the Hind gets away from you in the second phase and decides to go under the building. That is
Yep.
the worst.
But if you play your cards right and you execute correctly on this fight, you can lock the Hind into pretty much one position in phase 2. So
Yep, we had the Hind fight in Metal Gear 2 last race, and it's back.
I mean, we just kind of have a thing for helicopters. It's fine.
What's the next race? Then you're going to have Hind again on TTS.
That's not the next race. We have Harrier in the next race.
Ah, true. So we
Yeah,
got Harrier,
MGS2
and
coming
then
up.
we're going to go back to Hind. Yeah, we'll just call them all helicopters. There you go.
They're just aerial attack vehicles. It's fine.
Tony whiffs that shot. Alright, let's see. Here we go. He cannot let the Hind go underneath. He's got to just keep damaging him. Oh, he misses the shot. He should get this one, though. Nice.
It should be okay, I think. It's a little more forgiving than it would appear.
Want to keep damaging the Hind.
You
Let
just
it
need to
stay
make
up.
sure that you know when his iframes expire, and you're good. I think Tony's got it now. While House is just chipping away at phase 1 here.
Alright, House gonna have to go get some ammo. There we go. Grab it. He's setting himself up to be right on it.
And the Hind is dead for Tony, and he exhausts his ammo to get 5 more. It's going to come in handy for Sniper Wolf 2 coming up after.
Yeah, you want to have as many Hind shots as possible for Sniper Wolf 2, just as a backup if she doesn't want to behave with the PSG.
And often she does not. Well, we eat explosions for breakfast.
Alright, so Tony's standing right where the missiles respawn. So as soon as he was out, he gets out of the missiles, gets another pack, and goes back to shooting the old Hind. He's almost done. I think 2 more shots will end this fight.
Yep, which means he won't have to exhaust all his ammo for the... There we go. Sometimes it doesn't spawn in that spot. It's got 2 other locations it'll spawn from time to time, but for the most part, it shouldn't. Wow, House is going to have himself a nice dinner of Hindy missile. Tony makes his dissension down. And we just kind of GMU through this, and we can't be shot. Is there anything this glitch doesn't do? Can it make me breakfast and coffee too? Oh wait, it's 1:30. I don't need breakfast anymore.
It's never too late for breakfast food.
The man has a point.
Maybe a little French toast, some waffles, maybe a little pancakes. Breakfast is for the weak. I should have had my face
meal
cam
of the day. Serving it up Gary's way.
Alright, Sniper Wolf 2. Tony gets some nice shots going. He loses track of her, so he's going to switch over to the Stinger.
Ooh, and she's going past the little hill here, which kind of sucks because she likes to tease you a little bit.
Well, I think he was
when it
aiming
comes
too
down to this.
low, and the Stinger missed as
Hit
well.
the ground here because it's not a flat field. It's got hills and
He's going to have to
kind of
go
rolly terrain here.
get more PSG ammo soon if he uses all 3 of these shots. Alright, let's see.
Yeah, you definitely want to use more sniper fire on here than stinger ammo.
Yeah, Stinger is definitely easier, but Sniper is much faster, as you can do the damage.
It's super convenient, so... But
Alright, Tony has 2 shots left with the sniper rifle. Cannot get her. So he's going to go pick up more as Hau5test trying to make up time as he starts his fight with a nice Stinger shot. And now he's
just
missing.
His aim is not there right now, but... Where'd she go?
She's hiding behind the wall for Tony, or the tree. Tony's able to hit her, but she's not
Gonna say,
playing well
what
with him as well.
I mean, it behaves like a wall. That tree is indestructible. All right.
Oh, nice shot by House right there.
Nice shot by Tony, and this
shot.
is kind of the key to the swim out is you have to hit her with the stinger, and he just tried to go a little early, which is unfortunate.
House is out of PSG-1 ammo, so I don't know if he's going to
on
use
his
the
last shot too.
Stingers.
Oh, and he didn't get to move.
Ooh. Did not get
That's
a
unfortunate for both of them. They both didn't get that opportunity to get out, but
not great fights for either of them. I think House made up a little bit of time, but not by much. So Tony's still keeping on the lead. That was an opportunity for House to close in on, but both runners just couldn't get a really great Sniper Wolf 2 fight.
Yep. But we still have the PAL Ditch RNG where we have 7 different positions, and that could be interesting. Or we have liquid. So you never know what liquid will do. Because for some reason, that fight likes to drop inputs, I swear.
Alright, both runners able to get out of the cargo fight.
Pretty cleanly, I might add. So we have to deal with some plot here. That we're just going to ignore.
Ignoring the plot.
We're speedrunners. What do we care about the plot?
Nothing to do here. Just wait for this elevator to slowly go down.
Well, the nice thing is it's another opportunity to stretch the old hands and make sure you don't cramp up and all that good stuff.
They're going to Raven. Tell us about the Raven fight, Glenn.
So Raven's another joke of a fight. In any percent, we wouldn't have the Nikita. We would just chuck grenades at him the whole fight. But since this is all bosses and we were forced to grab the Nikita, we have a very convenient visual cue in the light on the Nikita. So what you're going to see is Tony mistiming it. But anywho, with the Nikita light, when it blinks twice and turns back off for that third one, you can shoot. As House is demonstrating here, he's doing pretty good. Very nice visual cue. Kind of reminds me of any percent like 5 years ago, but that's neither here nor there.
And you GME, so Snake takes no damage.
Yep. I don't understand. He's got this gigantic cannon he took from a plane, and he still can't take down one man. Oh boy. Zoom.
Into the Zoom building.
This was one of those areas that Konami didn't feel like helping the developers of this port out with audio. So if you don't patch the audio, which BMN has done a great job with our launcher, and it's included in there if you want to put it in there, the zoom would happen on every screen, and it's just hilarious.
Now, some people prefer that. Rumor has it the Zoom company got its name from MGS1.
Huh. Today I learned. Tony just running and gunning this guard down. Getting smacked by this guy. Oof. He was not ready to play. Alrighty, so for Tony, we have the infamous PAL sequence. It's a ditch. We have positions 1 through 7 in a counterclockwise fashion. 6 is the best, 7 is the worst. Place your bets in chat now. Which one will Tony get? Or House, for that matter.
Why is it called
right
PAL sequence and not NTSC sequence?
I think we're going to see a 3 and a 4. 3 for House, 4 for Tony.
We got 6 guesses. We got 3. Kuma saying 4 for Tony.
And a God Bomb. Ooh.
Oh, Tony.
Tony is getting God Bomb. Oh, and position 5. Akuma's close.
Second best position
He's
for
right.
Tony. House. Let's see.
Position
Oh, it's got
3
it. Not
for House.
horrible.
So not bad.
That was 4th best position, so fairly close. So now back up. Have to insert.
So they're about even on time because Tony had to throw the bomb.
Good point.
But House did have to walk a little bit faster, so I think it's about even.
Alright, inserting the key here, and then on their way to freeze the key after.
I love freezing.
We had freeze the brooch in MG2, and now we're gonna freeze the key. Kojima's a fan of cold places.
That's fine. I too much prefer to be too cold than too hot.
I'd
I mean,
imagine this whole warehouse.
if I'm too cold, I can just, do something silly like add a layer or set myself on fire. But if I'm too hot, I can't do anything else.
You make
Only
a
so
valid
much you
point.
can do.
And it's always nice sleeping in the cold rather than trying to sleep in the hot.
Sometimes.
What is hot? Oh, it's rough trying to sleep. in
Oh,
that
I'm
heat.
miserable.
Always going to be one commenter. But what if you got AC?
Not all of us are so lucky to have air conditioning units. Some of us had to get creative. So there is a couple of things we want to do in, or just really one thing in this warehouse is we want to grab some more Stinger ammo for Rex, because it will cost you absolutely no time. You have to stay in here for a minute and 1 second anyway. And the cool thing about having God mode is, we can just totally sit here in the loading zone, not worry about it. Just kind of relax. Hope everyone's having a good afternoon. I'd like to remind you, we are Metal Gear Speedrunners, putting on some races for you this afternoon. Almost done with Metal Gear Solid 1 all bosses. Easy. Coming up next, we do have a Metal Gear Solid 2 race of very easy. Gonna be a fun time. Tony makes his way back. Checking the card after he left the room. Depending how comfortable you are with that, that's Big Monka, if you will. Because if you leave the room and it's not the shape you need it to be, you have to go back and restart the process all over again. But House right on his trail, so this has gotten a lot closer than it was a little bit earlier. It's exactly one screen behind him, so... I think it is going to definitely come down to Liquid. I think both runners are very capable of execution. It's just a matter of, will Liquid play nice? Sometimes he doesn't. Well, Tony popping in pal number 2. Runner's gonna high five here. Off to heating the key, which unfortunately we have to go all the way back to the blast furnace. House making advantage of that stun. It's just one of those sections that a lot of people were like, oh, thank God it's not like this in Twin Snakes. Oh well. Such is the original. And it's fine with this because there's just so much bam, 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 you blink and you miss something, or you miss a boss fight, or something crazy, but now you can relax, do a little bit of catch-up.
Ketchup or mustard?
No, ketchup, that's what we laid down in, and I just want to know how it feels, okay?
Fair enough.
But I don't have enough ketchup to put on my kitchen floor and try it.
Alright, nothing to do here. Take the elevator back up.
They're
And we're
literally
chilling.
in the same spot.
He should use his body to warm up the key.
It's true. Body is warm. Clearly the key needs to be like a gajillion degrees.
Imagine.
Here's an
just
idea.
Snake.
Put it on a string and just dunk it into the lava. Instant.
And that'll just destroy the key at that point. Just incinerate
Are you sure?
the whole thing.
Because pretty sure most things in this game are indestructible. I mean, we shot trees with rockets and they're still standing.
Hey, trees are pretty strong.
Them look like some flimsy trees. What are you on about?
Nah, these aren't like the Phantom Pain trees.
That thing gets taken out by a, if you look at it funny, if it's thin enough. Phantom Pain trees are weird. They'll either wreck your entire life, or they will be wrecked by a swift, knocking by D-Walker. It's weird. But anywho,
Right. All right.
we don't have that game today.
They're in the furnace room to heat up the key. Nothing to do much, but as House takes the little mini elevator up to the second floor, and Tony's just chilling.
How's
There's
gonna try
way-
and be satanic Jesus here and walk on lava? No? Okay. Call me a liar, I guess. That's fine. Nope, there he goes. Every time I see someone do that, it's like they walk up left instead of where House went.
There's a GME coming in. Take no damage. Got time to goof off as you wait for the key to heat up. Let's see if House looks at the key or he's gonna go. Nope, just gonna go. Trusts it. This reminds me of a really tight race. It was between Plywood and Tromboncino. And it was like super close, like within seconds of each other until the end when Plywood went all the way back up to put the heated key in and the key wasn't heated.
Hopefully Tony knows his audio cue. Assuming I think he has a sound patch in. I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't have game audio. Smile.
He does have the sound patch in.
Excellent.
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 Oh. I was drinking coffee and went down the wrong pipe and almost died.
Don't do that. It's bad for your health.
Good thing that mute button was right next to me. Alright, I'm okay though.
Our ears and headphone users appreciate it.
Alright, the key is heated. They're just making their way back up to Rex, back up to the control room. No more backtracking after this. This is the last bit of backtracking in the game.
Oh, thank crying. I don't know if I could handle more backtracking in this game. Metal Gear Rex is a fun fight. It's like Joke Fight 3.
There's not much room. I guess you can't really mess up this fight, can you? In easy.
So you can if you enjoy messing up iframe timings, but otherwise it's just another fight you really can't die to in this version. Just makes the PC port just so friendly to start running. It's hard to die, especially halfway through. So we get locked in a very strange, gassy room.
Call Otacon to the rescue.
What do you mean that wasn't Master Miller and was liquid the whole time? Dude, why does he get me every time?
Top 10 backstabbings of all time.
Facts. House setting up here so that Rex will shoot his laser instead of crouching up and down to fire missiles and a machine gun at you, which is never fun. House doing the same.
You shoot at that round radar thing on the right side. Just keep
the radar. And House messed up one shot, so it's going to be a little bit of a time loss. He's good on ammo.
I was hoping someone does the
oh, no, he didn't. He's got the same ammo. I can.
Hotkey here. And Snake is
I'm
all sideways.
Blind. Leave me alone. And Tony is going into phase 2, where now the Ray Dome is destroyed in a cutscene, blah blah blah. Plot. And we run up to Rex and get a similar result. He's going to shoot machine gun and lasers at us instead.
Laughs in GME.
If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief.
Oh boy, the liquid
Alright, this is
infinite.
what's gonna decide this fight. This race is the old liquid fight.
What do you think? 2 throw, 1 throw, or no throw?
I think
Or IL
both-
strat. If someone's feeling crazy.
I think both are gonna do 2 throw.
2 throw?
Yeah, I think this.
I think Tony's gotten down to no
Let's see.
throw.
There's 1. Yeah, setting up the 2 throw.
2 throw for Tony. Okay.
Okay, he's got the infinite looking good. Just gotta keep it. As House starts his, let's see what he does. He goes 1 throw. Yeah, he's also going with a 2. Here we go. Alright, Tony nails it.
Not as favorable for House. House is gonna have to flip him, I believe. But Tony had a pretty clean infinite.
Yeah, it's not great for House because he does the same strat as Tony and he's behind, so. Yeah, best thing he can do. Oh my
Liquid
god!
There we go.
Liquid almost just ran him off.
Good old 2 throw. Pretty classic infinite strategy.
Yeah, this
Yeah, it comes down to an escape. It's gonna take something crazy for
it's gonna take
for
Tony to
lose
put his
this one.
controller
I think, now.
down to
Like,
lose this race at this
It's
point.
his to lose at this point.
He's gonna have to just stop playing the game to lose.
We have 2 checkpoints, one with a barrel setup and one without. Tony's setting up in a particular spot so that his machine gun is lined up with one of the barrels, and then we'll go over to the second one and just boom. Sets up for the next checkpoint.
J Fraps Grump, welcome to the stream. Alright, Tony going back over to that other guard. Nails it. Alright.
Pretty clean.
House gets the barrel kills and setting up for the next checkpoint, while Tony goes to the liquid stage. So describe the liquid, because you don't want to just keep looking at him and shooting him the whole time, right?
So as Liquid chases you up the tunnel here, and for the record, it is not a timed sequence. There is an invisible health bar. If you aim at Liquid, he's going to try and duck and cover and bob and weave his way around you. Liquid is just going to try and take shots at you with his FAMAS, because he's not cool enough to have a bro like Otacon and hop on the machine gun here. But you want to optimally time out when he's going to pop back up and when he's going to try and shoot you. And it's crazy. There's so many minuscule time saves in this segment that have been thrown around over the years. And the transition shots are one of those things where if you get them, it's going to save time on the last phase, which is nice. And I think Hau5 missed his on the first one, and Tony missing on the third phase. But Tony's looks decent otherwise.
GG's to Tony.
There we go. And time is going to be on the rank screen because this is PC. We can skip credits. Hooray!
And one of the best things about PC port.
No mashing?
No mashing, skip the credits, go right to the score screen. Oh, 10001.
Hey, he tied my PB. GG's, Tony. Got a late start on the timer. That's my bad.
Let's see how
I can multitask, I promise.
He's probably going to go 10030.
Something like that, I believe. Binary numbers.
And
yeah.
House coming in.
Nice call.
Let's go.
What happened? Hello, everyone.
GG's.
Thank you. Man, this was a typical would have, could have, should have race. Like, Jesus Christ.
Let's start at the beginning. House.
Yeah.
Go right. We'll go with Tony. What happened at
GG, Tony.
Ocelot?
Dude, my inputs were like being put all over the place. I was like, man, why am I going down? No, this shouldn't happen. Why am I going down? Why am I going down? So
That was
it was just a lot of misinputs.
Yeah, that was the first thing that created a little gap. And then House, what happened at Ninja? Because that's where you started to lose a little bit of time, and Tony caught up with you.
Yeah, it was insane. I lost 20 seconds according to my splits.
Yeah.
Basically, I started off only hitting one punch at the second chance and bad luck left and right. And then even worse at the end, I had the bonus sinew dialogue. And then just for the final attack, I should have just PPK'd him. Instead, he teleported and I need to continue even more. And it's like, oh, this is the worst.
Tony, you got so lucky, if you remember, in Ninja, because he teleported. You punched him. He teleported right into your kick.
Yep.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah, there's like if you I was trying to like get that spacing where you punch and then he teleports like a different direction, because there's like a thing for that. Like if you punch and then he'll teleport, and then I'm so glad I didn't get bone and sinew, and I skipped actually another dialogue too.
Yeah,
Nice.
You created a good gap right there, and then your Mantis fights were pretty similar. That was pretty good. And then the next gap came at Wolf.
Dude, I hate
House.
Wolf.
What happened at Wolf 1?
Can we delete her from the game? Seriously? Gosh. I had a very, very bad run this week already where I died to Wolf on easy, and it's like, what the hell? I Alt F4 that run. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's just you miss by a pixel or something like that and you just can't keep up anymore.
Yeah, Wolf was not, for both of you, Wolf 2.
She was out for blood today.
Yeah.
I was doing practice runs, and that's like every single time. That was all my wolves. It was just running back and forth. I'm like, just stay still, please. I can't.
Same. Yeah, at the end, I wanted to do the level up skip, and I didn't trust it. I had it happen so often that I would go out early, and the singer would just not count. So that means the run would be invalid. You know, skipping the Wolf 2 fight would be any % in the end. So in the worst case, it even soft locks and crashes the game. And I was just like, I think I'm just going to stay.
Well, you did both nail the shuffle coming out of Torture. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was the small stuff that made the bigger difference here, and the hard stuff you were both hitting, and we're like, well, that's just speedrunning for you.
Also, I hate that
stuff and the hard things are cool.
I hate that Akuma keeps calling out God Bomb for me, because I always get it every time he calls it out. Every time, Akuma.
House, can we get some stats on that?
Absolutely. I had Palki 4 and no bomb, so I was a little bit more lucky.
At 5.
It's like a second difference, maybe.
Yeah.
The biggest mistake that I did here was in nuke building second time. I was nervous and was thinking, what if the chaff throw doesn't work? I should just lie down and use the PSG. I went there, lied down, and missed my timing completely. The guy began already walking forward and then just saw me. And
Yeah,
I should have just
little
done the
late on
chaff
that.
first time.
Were you thinking about chaff as you were going up the stairs? It feel like you didn't know what you wanted to do, and then by the time you got up there, you went a little too far, and then you took like a little half second too long to take out the PSG one.
I should have done it first try. I always do the chaff. It's just something I'm used to. And then for once, I was thinking, I should do a change. Well, bad call, I guess.
You always got to stick to your strats.
Yeah.
I can't do chaff in nuke building. That's just way too scary. It's way too scary.
If I would have just waited at the stairs and not get the continue, even that would have been better. So, oh well.
And then you both. I was gonna say you both landed the liquid infinite almost, and then House he almost like pushed you off. At the end.
I need to get better at this. I'm still bad, I think. Usually I want to do the 2 throw, but the second time you run after him, so you can place him closer to the edge right away, so you don't need to worry about where you are sliding, because he's always at the edge and you just finish on a kick. The usual way that you do with 2 throw is that he can not slide at all or even go the wrong way. So you need to, at the end, when he's done, throw him or PPK him again. That's just not good for me.
Yeah, you'll have that with that fight.
Been there, done that.
All right. Any last words before we move on to the next race, guys? GG's to both of you.
Just one last thing, fun fact. This was actually a race we already had in the Metal Gear Solid All Bosses League earlier this year. It was my very first time on the MGSR channel, and since then I've been here like lots. And back then I was super nervous. I just couldn't play at all in the beginning and had a 1 hour, 8 minute run. Today I'm back with at least in 1 hour, 30 seconds, so that feels much better. And maybe next time, Tony, I get you.
That's what Glenn started off the race saying. Like, I wonder if these guys won against
I couldn't remember
in the league.
Yeah.
But so that mystery has been cleared up. But in the meantime, if neither of you have any final remarks, we can move on.
GG's and enjoy the show.
GG's.
Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. I do believe we're having a 3-way race.
I think so.
That's according to the schedule and what I'm seeing in.
I think it's proof JMC
here,
and
so that's going to be fun. So stay tuned for Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance PC. Very easy, very highly optimized category, very popular category in the community. So you won't want to miss that. We will be back.
Play Ghost Babel.